The brother of a toddler allegedly murdered by their stepfather 50 years ago says he faced a brick wall trying to report the crime in the years since. David DeLove, 71, is on trial for the 1968 murder of Paul Booth, whose brother Peter says he witnessed the killing, aged 3, through a half-open door at their home in Stockton. A probe into the death was sparked after Peter saw a photo of DeLove and Paul on Facebook 2 years ago and demanded it be taken down. After he told a family member what he had seen, DeLove was arrested and is now on trial for murder. Mr. Booth today told the court today he went to police 3 times in the intervening years, but was brushed off. David DeLove is accused of murdering Paul Booth 50 years ago. The case was sparked when Booth's brother saw this photo of them together on Facebook years later. Peter Booth is pictured leaving Teesside Crown Court yesterday after giving evidence. Mr. Booth claims he saw Paul, who was 19 months old when he died, being swung by his legs into a fireplace by DeLove before the youngster was found dead. Peter Booth told Teesside Crown Court he was too terrified of DeLove to speak up as a child, but the memory has haunted him throughout his life. He said that, in the early 90s, he went to Billingham Police Station on Teesside and told an officer what had happened, leaving his phone number, but he was not contacted. Around 10 years later, he said he went into Burgess Hill Police Station in Sussex and repeated his story, even handing over a diagram of the family home in Haverto Hill, Stockton-on-Tees, where Paul was allegedly killed in October 1968. Mr. Booth said that, despite giving a detailed explanation, no action was taken. In January 2015, he said he tried for a 3rd time to report Paul's murder, this time at Haywards Heath Police Station, also in Sussex. DeLove said Paul, pictured, died after falling out of bed at the house in Stockton in 1968. Teesside Crown Court heard evidence from a police officer who listened to Mr. Booth's account but didn't investigate the allegation, choosing instead to refer him back to the police in Teesside. October 1968, toddler Paul Booth dies after being found lifeless at his home. Early 1990s, his brother says he went to Billingham Police Station on Teesside to report stepfather's murder. He says he was not contacted by officers after making the report. Early 00s, brother says he went to Burgess Hill Police Station in Sussex but again his claims were not acted on. January 2015, brother went to Haywards Heath Police Station to report the murder but was referred to Cleveland Police. Later in 2015, brother sees photos of accused and victim on Facebook. He tells a cousin who contacts police. This time, Cleveland Police investigate and DeLove is questioned and later charged. November 2017, DeLove goes on trial. Mr. Booth told the court his mother, who has since died, refused to allow him to talk about how he had witnessed Paul being killed. Mr. Booth said, "All my life it was like a brick wall had been put up and each time I thought here we go again. I reported it to the police, whether they were looking into it I didn't know, but I assumed they would contact me if they needed to talk to me and they never did.